Man, where have you been? Huh? You have missed 2 practices. We're not gonna win the Battle of the Band style league guitar, man.
I've just had some stuff I need to do.
What kind of stuff?
You know, just stuff, okay?
Okay. By the way, some guy named Scott came looking for you.
What'd he say? What'd you tell him?
Well, what could we tell him, man? We didn't know where you were either. But he did know everything else about you. What's going on, man? Are you in some kind of trouble? Who's this Scott guy anyway?
I screwed up big time, man. And I don't even know how. I found this chat room, you know, on that guitar website about a month ago.
The internet is cool. It's fast, it's fun, and it saves a lot of time doing research papers, too.
And don't forget about IMing and email, movie and TV clips, and games.
And what about chat rooms? With the internet, you can have conversations with kids all over the country, sometimes even the world, who are into the same things you are. And the best part is, you can do it completely anonymously. No one has to know who you are.
Not really.
What do you mean?
You're not really as anonymous as you think. If you fill out the profile in a chat room, a semi-decent techie can figure out everything about you in just a few clicks. Do you have a profile in a chat room?
Well, yeah, but I didn't put my age or my address or even my city. I'm safe.
That's smart, but you probably put in your email. Based on your user profile, almost anyone can find out your email.
After they get your email, they can access the content of any emails you've sent to people in that chat room or user group. Those emails might have personal information that you shared without realizing. Not just the obvious things like telephone number or address, but little clues like time zone or state, relatives' names, sports team you play for, local landmarks, or memberships in local organizations. These are seemingly small details that can be combined to track your location. Here's the thing, you never really know who you're talking to online. You don't know what's real about them or false. You don't know what they really want, and you don't know them. If you don't protect yourself, you could be at risk. Here, take a look at Brian's story so you can see what we mean.
See if you can recognize the warning signs and think about what you would have done if the situation happened to you.
I found this chat room on that guitar website like about a month ago. I mean, it was awesome. Everybody was so into their music. And this Scott guy, man, he's in the business. He does audio for concerts all around the country. I mean, he knows everybody. Plus, you know, he was really into guitar, too.
Okay, so what?
Well, he asked for my email, you know, just so he could send me some music links and stuff. He was asking me where I took my guitar lessons and, you know, what part of town I lived in. You know, just stuff. I really didn't think it was that big of a deal. And he said he was interested in our band, too, man. He said he could do a demo for us, for free.
What? Really, man? That's awesome.
Yeah, I know, that's what I thought. He even said he had this massive guitar collection, all autographed and everything, man. He sent me pictures. Oh, I thought he was the real deal. And then he was asking me if I wanted to come over and see them in person, you know, to come to his house. I asked if you guys could come along, but he said his apartment was too small and his neighbors would, like, freak out if too many people came in at one time. I thought he was the coolest guy I'd ever met. I didn't want to blow it. What a stupid move.
I still don't know what the big deal is.
Well, after that, everything seemed to change. I mean, he asked me if I wanted to come over last Friday after school, and whenever I asked for directions, he said he would just pick me up. I mean, he even knows what school I go to. And I swear I didn't tell him that.
Well, he must have just figured it out from your address.
I guess so. I told him I'd have to check with my mom, and he started asking me about it. Said that maybe I'm not cool enough to be his friend. Maybe I'm not grown up enough to be his friend. Maybe he didn't want to be my friend anymore if I had to go running to my mom for everything. And I really didn't want to lose him as a friend and a contact for the band. So I said okay. And then he started sending me these emails with unbelievable pictures.
Unbelievable how?
Just nude pictures of girls and guys, you know,
Yeah.
film clips and
Of?
people doing it, okay? Just all kinds of sex. Just porn.
Just all of a sudden from some guy you don't know. Wow, the pictures must have been great then, right?
Yeah, but no, look, okay, there's something weird going on here. It's not just the pictures of the sex. He made some comments like he was coming on to me. But I didn't want to take him off, and I really thought he could help out the band, you know?
Do your parents know?
Well, no, I thought I could handle this.
So what'd you do?
I just made up some lame excuse that I couldn't go last Friday, and that, you know, we'd have to reschedule and everything. God, I mean, I didn't want to go see him by myself and stuff. I thought I had this under control, you know? And then all of a sudden, he sends this email and attaches a picture of my house, of my dog, and of me. He said he took him with his camera phone.
He's watching your house? Dude, that's like a stalker, right?
Dude, that is a stalker. He's always calling my cell phone and showing up where I am. He said he'll do something to my dog if I tell anybody about this. And you know how Charlie's an outside dog. Dude, what am I gonna do? I mean, I thought I could handle this. I thought he would just go away. But every day it just gets worse and worse.
The truth is, things aren't going to get better for Brian until he tells his parents or an adult he trusts what's happening and they contact the police.
Meeting people online is risky. Too many kids have gone to meet someone they met on the internet and found out that the person's not what he presented himself to be.
The deal is, there are predators online, ready to take advantage of kids just looking for friends, or who can be tricked into showing up for an expensive event, like a concert or a game, or as an expensive gift.
As my older brother always says, if an offer's too good to be true, it probably is.
The problem is serious enough that local and federal law enforcement agencies have developed special internet crime units. Welcome to the 21st century. So here's a reality check to keep us all out of trouble when we're online.
Recognize that no matter how many emails you've sent back and forth, you really don't know who you're talking to in the chat room. No one you first meet online is your friend, and he may not even be who he says he is.
Check first with your parents or the adult in charge before changing your plans or going anywhere. Recognize that situations where others are not around to help are more risky than public areas.
Never give out any personal information on the internet. With just a phone number, a person can find out your address, your school, and other personal information in a matter of minutes.
Resist by not responding to any online communication that makes you feel uncomfortable, scared, or even confused.
Never meet someone you've met online in person without discussing it with your parents first.
When you feel threatened or uncomfortable, say, "No, I don't want to do this," in a strong voice. Don't stay if you don't feel safe. If you can't walk to a safe place, get help from a neighbor or a nearby adult with a phone. Knock on the door and ask them to call your parents or 911. Then wait outside. Call 911. Any cell phone or payphone will complete a 911 call without money.
If you feel threatened, bullied, or scared by a person you met online, report. Tell your parents or a trusted adult immediately.
When it's time to tell, you should report to a trusted adult anything that hurts you or makes you feel scared, or that you feel is wrong. You may be able to tell your parents. Other adults you may trust are another adult family member, school teacher or counselor, your doctor, or your religious advisor. In many communities, there are helplines to call if you are unsure about what you should do. If you were ever in this kind of situation, it is very important to tell someone so that you can stop the abuse and get some help. If you feel it's an emergency and you don't know who to trust, call 911 or the police. Then tell what happened. Don't worry about the words. Just tell what happened. And remember, it's not your fault. Even if you may have done something that you know is wrong, a predator is a predator. And the very best way to keep things from getting out of hand is to cut off all correspondence as soon as possible. Tell an adult and let that adult report the online perpetrator to the police.
Telling does not make you any less of a person. It means you're mature enough to know when you need help to handle a dangerous situation.